Welcome back. Now let's turn our attention to another current Formula One driver's dynasty, Mercedes driver Nico Rosberg, son, of course, of the 1982 world champion Keke. During last year, Damon, you actually sat down with Nico ahead of the German Grand Prix to discuss such matters.
Well, how do you feel about having grown into the racing world? Has that been something that's been an asset to you, do you think, or has it been had its own complications?
No, it's been an asset for sure. Because also this whole lifestyle that comes with F1, you know, it's something that I've grown up with. So there's nothing really unusual in a sense, you know, and it helps. It helps because I've not had to adapt. I've not had to get used to these things. So that's been a good thing I find for myself. You know, everybody has their own opinions and things like that, and also of course getting up the ranks. You know, the support that I've had, the sponsors and everything. Thanks to my father and my name, it was just that little bit easier, I suppose. You know, of course everybody was also looking at me more than others. You know, and from that point maybe the pressure was a little bit higher, but generally I felt it was a big benefit.
So you think you've kind of been born into this? Really into this culture, which is Formula One culture.
Yeah, Formula One, traveling a lot. You know, also I don't know. It's difficult to explain, I suppose. But yeah, I mean,
you've always wanted to be in Formula One and race, so you never hankered after maybe becoming a golfer.
One of the key moments was here in this corner, 1995. My dad drove his last DTM race at the time, and the DTM series at the time was huge, you know, so it was full house behind me here.
Yeah.
And as a goodbye, we both drove on the roof, and both of us in overalls. I also had my little overall, you know, same colors as his, and we both had Rosberg on the back, and we're driving on the roof of a car, just waving to all the fans through here. And then I looked at it and I was like, gee, this is, you know, this is it. I really want to do this one day. This is amazing.
Nico Rosberg. One of the interesting things about Nico is that he races under a different nationality to his dad. That doesn't really apply, obviously, to anybody else that I can think of under this dynasty heading. But it's a slightly strange thing, Damon, isn't it? The Finns still claim him, but he's German.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting when he said that he's got used to the F1 lifestyle,
yeah.
And so he doesn't think it's anything unusual. And anyone who thinks the F1 lifestyle isn't unusual really doesn't appreciate how different it can be. Yeah, he does. He's not overawed, that kind of overawedness.
No.
But you know, the question I think with the slight challenge with him is he doesn't have that identity. Obviously, Keke was the Finn, the flying, another one of these flying Finns. Very Finnish in the way he talks, and that gives him character. And I think,
but maybe that's made it slightly easier for him because he hasn't had to follow that direct Scandinavian path. He can be a bit more of his own man, even though obviously he as we can see from his chat with you, he's massively in debt to his father. And
yeah, I think, but he's done his own thing a little bit as well, and I think he's established himself. But